I am new to this institution, but we are not new to the visionary principal who is behind this great institution. So, dear attendees, here is a photograph of St. Xavier's High School, Naroda. The next slide, we will be able to visualize some more moments from this school. If you can have the next slide. So, a lot of happy functions you can see. But most importantly, for us, there is a man behind all these activities and the whole energy which is there behind it. So we will like to invite our own Father Titus D. Costa sir to join us on this forum. He had been a principal of St. Xavier Mirzapur for so many years since I have been in PRSI, and in every activity of PRSI, or whether it's World Environment Day, Heritage Day, Sardar Patel quiz, whether it's our small celebrations with the kids, every time we wanted a space to express ourselves as PRSI, we wanted to dance and sing. It was always Father Titus D. Costa who had always been there for us. There was a event I remember, Father, when you actually gave the whole school to us for a day to be able to do activities from, I think from junior KG till class 12. So thank you, Father. You truly deserve to be amongst us today. And now we will like to listen. In short, if I can just say a little bit about this magical school and the magical personality, we got to know that Father Titus D. Costa has actually retired from Mirzapur, but then he was sent to St. Xavier Naroda on a very special project to rebuild the whole, unit of education out there. And he has been in regular touch with me for the new education policy plans, for being a part of this program as well. I kind of think it's a little unfortunate he is not there, but that makes my job more, easier and happier, because then I will be able to go to his institute and present this felicitation to him myself.
For the next speaker, Wing Commander Puneet Chadha, the Defense PRO. Wing Commander Puneet Chadha has taken this public relations officer charge on 1st April 2019 at Cantonment Army Station Sahibagh, Ahmedabad. With a background of 3 masters in history, human resource management, defense and strategic study, you are a qualified flying instructor with more than 3,000 hours on various aircraft, including MiG-21, MiG-8, Mi-17, Mi-17-4, HPT-32, TS-11 ISKA, and the Chetak. As a member of the UN peacekeeping force at Congo, he flew extensively in the conflict zone under Chapter 7 of the UN Charter. Puneet sir, welcome on this forum, and we eagerly waiting to hear from you.
Thank you, and good evening to one and all, and a big Jai Hind to everyone. It is a big privilege for me to be invited on the same podium as eminent educators over here, especially Dr. Sonalben Pandya and the likes, who have been leading light in the field of education in Gujarat state. I would first of all be very thankful to all my teachers that at every step there has been a teacher to hold my hand. And my life has been into 2 phases. One was being taught, and the second phase was in which I started teaching. So the first phase, of course, was very much in Ahmedabad with the 2 schools over here, Udgam School and St. Xavier's Loyola Hall. And I could still remember the way these teachers were so dedicated. They knew each and everything about us. It was an extension of a family, and they knew us in and out. And that is how they could imbibe in us some values, and they could, find out our hidden talents. how we could express ourselves better. And today, that is the type of confidence they have given us, the type of exposure they have given us. I would just say that these teachers are just like those gardeners who prune and graft a plant. These teachers have pruned and grafted the angularities of us and set our thinking right. So this was the first phase when I still remember my teachers like Radhika Ben, Amrut Bhai Patel in Udgam School, Father Morondo in St. Xavier's Loyola Hall, and later on in life when I stepped out into the Indian Air Force. We have a great tradition in the Indian Air Force, especially for the pilots, to be taught in a strictly pupil instructor style, because one instructor is going to teach 3 or 4 pupils. And his job is not only to make them good pilots, combat pilots, youngsters into combat pilots, but also those youngsters into good officers of the Indian Air Force who can lead people, instill leadership qualities. And I did have this, the fortune of being every person, every pilot in the Indian Air Force dreams to become an instructor. And I could realize this dream due to the blessings of my instructors. And once again, I learned more from my pupils than I learned from, the experiences of life, because there is a lot of pressure on you for becoming a role model. Your pupil is simply going to copy whatever you are going to do. So you have to be perfect or try to be perfect. As a flyer, I became a better flyer because I was trying to teach him better flying. So that is how I could, give up various, habits of mine. As a pilot, I was a typical pilot who will have Ray-Bans over there. I still have it right over here. They never leave a pilot. And maybe a smoke in the hand, it shows some sort of, there was some contrived macho image related to it in the youth. But when I became an instructor, I had to give up all my habits which I thought are going to affect their life. And that is how I was able to quit my habit of smoking. So I think I became a better person by becoming a teacher myself. So that is where I find that we must respect the teachers. And this is the time when, due to the COVID and other phases, a lot of pressure has gone to the teachers. At the same time, with the new education policy coming in, I feel the biggest challenge will be on the teachers, because teachers will have to equip themselves much faster than in this age of information, as you are aware of. I had a big pressure.
30 seconds.
I had a big pressure on myself in this when I had to learn from, be a step ahead of my students itself because of the technology. And that is where we need to innovate and have better cognitive skills than our youngsters, and then lead them to a better life. So this is where I think these are my views on the Teachers' Day. And I thank very much the Public Relations Society of India to have invited me for this auspicious occasion. Thank you, and Jai Hind.
Thank you so much, sir. Your kind address to the gathering. Now, I'd like to invite Mr. Narendra Mehta, National Vice President North of PRSI, to felicitate with the certificate.
Thank you, Subhojit, and thank you, Ahmedabad chapter, led by Mr. R.K. Singh, and very prominently our national treasurer. विपुल भाई must have been also there. मैं आप सबको नमस्ते के साथ अपना ये वक्तव्य शुरू कर रहा हूँ। विजय भारत अभियान का जो सबसे बड़ा सहयोग है वो पब्लिक रिलेशन सोसाइटी ने आरंभ किया, और आत्मनिर्भर भारत की ओर बढ़ने का ये हमारा एक प्रयास है। आज जब शिक्षक दिवस की बात कर रहे हैं तो डॉक्टर सर्वपल्ली राधाकृष्णन का बनारस में 9 वर्ष का प्रवास रहा। काशी हिंदू विश्वविद्यालय जो सेंट्रल यूनिवर्सिटी है उसमें 1939 से लेकर 1948 तक वाइस चांसलर थे। उसके बाद वो रूस में राजदूत बन करके गए और उसके राजदूत से फिर जो वाइस प्रेसिडेंट ऑफ इंडिया वो 10 वर्ष रहे 1952 से 1962 तक। उसके बाद हमने उनको देखा राष्ट्रपति के रूप में। डॉक्टर राधाकृष्णन जो सबसे बड़ी हमारे हिसाब से उपलब्धि है वह है कि भारतीय दर्शन और पश्चिमी दर्शन को आपस में मिलाना और उनको प्रतिपादित करना, भारत के दर्शन को पश्चिमी देशों में बताना और पश्चिमी देशों का दर्शन भारतीय दर्शन शास्त्रियों को समझाना। अपने इस कुलपतित्व के कार्यकाल में डॉक्टर राधाकृष्णन ने काशी हिंदू विश्वविद्यालय में दर्शन शास्त्र के आचार्य के रूप में भी कार्य किया और बाकायदे वह प्रतिदिन अपनी कक्षाएं लेते थे और छात्रों को उस दर्शन शास्त्र के बारे में जानकारी देते थे। जो डॉक्टर राधाकृष्णन के बारे में
थोड़ा सा समराइज करें संक्षेप में।
हमने जो चीजें जानी है वो है गीता के ऊपर उनका अध्ययन और उसके बारे में वो प्रवचन काशी हिंदू विश्वविद्यालय में दिया करते थे। मुझे गर्व है कि आज शिक्षक दिवस के ऊपर सेंट जेवियर्स स्कूल को हम लोग सम्मानित कर रहे हैं। इस पर्टिकुलर शिक्षक दिवस के ऊपर मैं अब अहमदाबाद कैप्टन से रिक्वेस्ट करूंगा कि वो कृपया इस उनको सर्टिफिकेट का प्रारूप प्रदर्शित करें। धन्यवाद।
Pratik bhai, can you show the slide please for the certificate? Yes, this is the certificate for St. Xavier High School, Baroda, and let's play the song.
संसार समाया उनका है आशीष पाया, प्रभु ने खुद से भी ऊंचा गुरु का है स्थान बताया। ये गुरुवर तो ज्ञान के सागर है, इनसे ही जन्नत है। ये गुरुवर तो ज्ञान के सागर है, इनसे ही जन्नत है।